What is up? It's your boy OD Swerving. This is something I want to do for a hot minute. Kind of like a sit down and talk type of video. I've always been interested in stuff like this, and I've always been that guy giving that advice. So now why not share with the world? You feel me? Sick as a dog. I apologize, but can't sleep. I've been thinking about doing this for like days now, low-key like weeks, but I feel like this is a good time. So the title of the video is called Rebuild. Rebuild, the first thing that comes to mind is to redo, start over. But I don't think it's always starting over. I think sometimes it's improving what's already there. Sometimes to rebuild something, you gotta knock a little bit away, or knock down the bad to, replace it with the good, make that structure better. So basically rebuilding. We rebuild homes, rebuild all these things physically. But what about, I want to talk about more like rebuilding ourselves, rebuilding our relationships we have with different people, whether it be friendships, romantic relationships, any of that. Mainly yourself, like rebuilding yourself. Like me personally, I definitely want to rebuild myself. I've come to a point where it's just like, okay, now I know I need to rebuild, not like, because over time I feel like you improve, but you don't necessarily, I feel like there's not enough times we take for ourselves to be like, okay, let me look at who I am, where I want to be, and like being realistic and honest with yourself. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is being honest with myself. Like, do I really like who I am? Do I really like the things I say, the things I do, the things I portray, or how I'm viewed as well? Which you shouldn't care how people view you, but you shouldn't want to be viewed in a bad light, or not care enough to where like, okay, I don't want to be viewed as an idiot or someone dumb because of I'm only saying something stupid or something ignorant. But rebuilding, like I'm rebuilding myself. There's things I don't like. There's things I do that I don't realize I do, and I'm like, okay, I need to change that. Or things I realized I didn't do, and things I realized I started doing, just like, okay, I never really liked it, but I never took the time to pay attention and just deep dive into myself and be honest with myself. Like, I hate that sometimes I like discipline. I don't clean my room as much. Super lazy when I get up in the morning. Like, I'm not a morning person at all. Sometimes the way I talk to people, my friends, my family, people that show they care about me. Like, I don't want to rebuild the way I receive love. That's something I've struggled with for a real long time. And I'm just now realizing, after a certain situation happened, this person that I met that was just trying to show they cared for me, show they wanted to be with me, and I completely just, everything, I took every part of every villain in my life. I took every part of them, and I tried, you try suppressing it, pushing it down, like, okay, whatever, and you just tell this lie to yourself that you're over it, it's done, I'm through it, it's cool, whatever. And you think, oh, I moved on, I've done this, I've done that, I'm a lot happier now. I was telling myself all these things, and when it goes to, I want a family one day, I want to be married, I want to do all these things, I want a relationship, thinking I'm like in a headspace where I could do it, and it comes down to it, and I'm just like, I was being nasty to this person. I was, quite frankly, not giving her a chance, not being fair, trying to like analyze her, read her off of like a very short time of knowing her. And she was just showing that she cared. We had the same goals. There was some things, it was just like, I haven't been in a relationship in a minute, so it's just like, maybe I'm just being nitpicky. I was nitpicking her, and I kind of like, and my delivery is off. And if I don't like something, all right, she might do something I don't like, my delivery would just be, not everyone could take a straightforward, hard, blunt response, but that's just who I am and who I came to be. I wasn't always like this. It was just like, over time, what's been happening to me, like, okay, whatever, I'm fine with it. And I try to, lock it in Pandora's box, and it just starts, it's locked, it's sealed, but that pressure builds up so much. I filled it up so much where it just starts overflowing and seeping out and like bleeding into my life and bleeding into how I act and just who I am, the way I speak. It's just like, that's not who the person I want to be remembered as, viewed as, or because that's nothing, something I never really aligned with. And just like, damn, I'm becoming everything I didn't want to be. It's like, nah, I really got to look at myself like, damn, like you're really not that guy you said you were. And it makes you look like you're fake or you're phony, or you just saying things just to say them. Like, makes me look manipulative. It makes me look toxic and just all these different things. Just like, that's not me inherently. Without the walls, without everything down, who are you? I'm a more soft-hearted person. I'll show love, but I have to have like a joke or some banter, make you kind of like keep you at arm's length. Like, hey, I went and took my friends out to eat. They didn't have money to pay. I was like, I don't care. Like, come on, we're going out to eat. Took them, paid for their whole meal. Didn't care. Didn't ask for nothing back. I don't want nothing back. Hey, you guys are hungry. I'm gonna pay for it if I got it. Had the money, went, paid for it, and they were like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Shut up." Instead of just like, "Yeah, of course you're welcome. Anytime." Instead of saying that, I was just like, "Yeah." It's just like, but that was my way of saying thank you, because just like, and all of them know I'm mush in the middle, and without all the walls and the hardcore shell, the nonchalantness. I'm a very soft person. I always have been. That's just how I grew up. Probably because I grew up around all fucking women. It's just like, it's just basically honesty with yourself and not being so arrogant and prideful. God calls us not to be prideful. It's just like, it's because you start to think you're so full of yourself, think you're this and you're that, and you're really not. It's like, we could put it in like a physical sense. All right, say you're a football player, you're a wide receiver, you're the number one target, number one wide receiver, on the team, and then your team, you guys are really good last season, and you go up in the conference, you're playing better teams. Oh, then you're playing these teams where every receiver on the other team is better than you, or there's a new kid that transfers to your school who's better than you. Oh, I think I'm this and I'm that, and you not being honest with yourself is you're getting mad when your coach tells you to fix this, or wants you to look how this guy's running something because he does it better than you, and you're thinking everything's an attack, and you think everyone's out to get you because you're so prideful. You're just like, whatever, I'm this. This is what I am. Instead of being honest with yourself and like, okay, I got something to work on, which should be something like encouraging. Like, okay, now I can be somebody better than I was yesterday. And now it's just like, what I did to this person, she didn't deserve it at all. And this is and look at the patterns in your life. If you have all these failed talking stages, it may not always be your fault, but can always be something you improve on. There's been talking stages where I go out and I'm just like, oh, this girl really likes me. I'm like, she's not going to go anywhere. Or having that sense of, I don't want to say confidence, but arrogance. I'm like, whatever. I can go talk to another girl too. And then boom, now I lost two girls. I could have been two girls. One that probably didn't even really want me. And the other one, I have her sobbing and crying and thinking all this stuff about me. It was just like, damn, this person really cared about me, but I wanted to just dog them. But this person says they care about me, and then when it comes to like, we agree and I talk all this stuff, and then I just get in my head and I'm just like, okay, why do you like me so much? What is there to like? What? Because I've been beaten down so much in the past. I don't realize that, okay, I'm carrying all this stuff to this new person and they don't deserve that. Everybody has stuff from their past, but I feel like when you meet someone, these are stuff I feel like you should be upfront about. Like, your goals, your values, and what you've been through, I feel like are three things that can really save people time when it comes to having relationships. And like, for instance, girl, we were texting for a little bit, and she's like, how many? I was like, you like kids? She's nanny sometimes. She's like, yeah, And I was like, how many kids you want? She's like, about 2 or 3. And I'm like, me personally, I want a bigger family. I want at least 4. 5 is like dream number. Anything after that, I'm happy with. Like, I want a very big family. And it's just like, I can't force her to be like, nah, you gonna have to. She was just like, it might be a deal breaker. I was like, hey, no hate. No. I don't have nothing against you. It's cool. You go live your life, go back to living mine. But when it came to someone who actually wanted that, it in hindsight, I'm like, she's tweaking, she's crazy talking about it so early. But it's just like, dude, this is what you want. Why can't that be it? Why don't you feel deserving enough to where this could be it? This could be yours. This is your person. This is someone who can, obviously not right now, but will grow to love you and grow with you and make you this extravagant person that you want to be, make you into the person you want to be. When two people get together, it's two people at a certain point in their lives where like, all right, we love each other and we want to grow with each other, and they grow into the people they want to be and need to be for each other and for a family. So this person was, and I was like, I prayed about it too. That's the crazy thing. I prayed about it, and just instead of accepting the love, I deny this person love 1,000%. And it's just like, that was a blessing for her to show. For mine, it just cut off. It was just like, just talking about deserving the love, bro. Just rebuilding my mind. Now I have to rebuild my mind the way I think, and now rebuild the way I receive love. Now I have to rebuild my mind to be like, okay, it may be scary, but you got to do it. Like, it's a blessing to have someone care about you that much. I have to rebuild my mind to, hey, you're going to have to just be vulnerable and learn how to trust people and lay it out there. And now I got to rebuild my mind to, hey, let's not be too quick to be judgmental or something like that. And me in the past, me thinking before this, well, I don't judge people too quick. I just watch and see how they act. It's like, yeah, and I was just too quick. I didn't give anything time. I was being impatient. I was being overall negative. Now I'm rebuilding my mind. You know what's crazy? After all this happened, I'm like, damn. I was kind of like, I was upset about it. I was sad. And then some shit goes wrong at work, and I'm thinking, bro, I'm about to lose my job. I'm in the military. I'm thinking I'm about to get kicked out or something. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Push come to shove, I was just like, all right, God, it's in your hands. I just kind of was like, whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to pray. That's all I'm going to do. So all I did was pray. Said 2 little quick prayers. In the end, so far, nothing's happened to me. But I definitely learned from my mistakes. Another thing, I got to rebuild myself to, hey, deep dive into every little thing you do and see exactly what you could have did better, but don't do it to a point where I beat myself up and down spiral. That's my biggest thing. When I do something wrong and someone's upset at me, I down spiral. I'm like, damn, like, and then that's when my self-reflections come. I want them to come in a more positive way to where I'm not beating myself down and now I feel even worse. So I can be like, okay, yeah, I messed up. Mind you, this girl blocked my ass quick, boy. Then she seen that she didn't block me on IG. She caught my ass. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was like just looking at her IG and I was just thinking like, damn, which is not a good thing to do, by the way. I just want to rebuild how I take in like information and just slow down. Stop moving so fast. Just take your time. Take your time, but don't take your time to the point where you're just sitting on it. Take your time, but take action. And it's just like, I could have had an amazing, beautiful girlfriend right now. I literally prayed for, beauty fades, but a woman who praises the Lord is cheered on forever. Or something like that. It's in Proverbs. Proverbs, not Proverbs. And it's just like, damn, she's bad. She's bad as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Body, everything I wanted. Mindset, it was just like, I didn't take the time to like dig deep and like really pick her brain, which I should have been doing. Just like, we could have been something great if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for my fuck up. Maybe we still can be, maybe somewhere down the road where she unblocks me and everything. I doubt it. But I don't know. I definitely want to I feel like there's no wrong with being persistent in someone you want, whether you mess it up or not. I was like, nah, I'm just chilling. I really don't want nobody. If she comes back, then that's it. Anyone else right now? Nah, I'm just being honest with myself. Like, hey, I can immediately go find someone new. That's not to like toot my own horn, but it's just like, I'm a decent looking guy. I look okay enough to like, and it's not that hard talking to women. So I can just go out and just rush it and, not rebuild the way I'm like, okay, let me really process this and rebuild how I'm feeling, the way I process my feelings, the way like being vulnerable, all this stuff. Why not rebuild myself, especially if I'm upset and I'm just like, okay, why not rebuild myself and then, okay, now we can try again. But now I'm honest with myself, okay, yeah, we need to take a break from dating or anything like that. Any woman that comes across in your life, she's either going to be a friend or she's going to be nothing to you right now. So it's right now, it's just rebuild time. Physically rebuild. Like, I have a bad back. I've had a back injury for a hot minute. It's kicking my ass right now, but rebuild my body. I used to look fucking amazing. I was chiseled. Felt good. I felt I could run forever. I felt like a fucking superhuman. Now I feel like straight garbage. Diet's garbage. Even the way like I move around and stuff, I'm just like, damn, like I'm 22 and I feel like I'm fucking 50 in the back, 85 in the knees, and 300 in the ankles. I feel like I'm deteriorating. I'm too young for that. Rebuilding my body, rebuilding my mental, just becoming stronger mentally, more disciplined. Just overall do better and just grow. Rebuilding is to grow. Whether I grow 20% from now in a month or 20% in 2 years. Progress is progress, bro. You gotta take what you can get. That being said, that is going to be the video. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I definitely want more videos like this coming. It's just like low-key strange for me to be in front of the camera like this, and like talking to it like someone's there, but that's the whole point. Definitely more videos like this coming very soon. I want to be very persistent, very, very intentional with this content, and really like this. I'm marking this today on October 3rd, 2024. This will be one of my greatest. I'll look back at this video and be like, damn, I finally made it. Like, this is gonna be it. We have a crazy community. I feel like it's gonna be a real crazy journey, and it's time to just take off. Get y'all.